What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Easy Does It, back with another banana build episode. Today I'm just doing a bit of an update video. A lot has happened with the bike, as you can probably see. Been working a lot on it off camera with my brother. He's been living overseas for a few years, and we've been working on the bike together afternoons when we've both been free, and it's just been a really enjoyable experience. So I've just been sort of taking that in, just enjoying building the bike with him and just sort of not worrying about filming it. He's actually going to be the first person to ride on the road with it, so I feel like it's just as much my bike as it is his. Yeah, since the last episode to getting it to this point, he's been there for pretty much most of the steps, so it's been really good to build this bike together. But yeah, anyway, I'll get into what we've done to the bike. If you remember these heads, these were all really gross after the bike lived near the ocean for such a long period of time. These had all corrosion and like salt caked on it and stuff. That was one of my brother's jobs. He cleaned them up really well. I think they look freaking great. I mean, no way perfect, but they clean up pretty good in comparison to what they were. So really happy with those. Cleaned the rims up too. Just ignore that, but the rims, look at the rims, that's the focus. The rims all have cleaned up pretty good, both front and rear. They've all cleaned up pretty nice. The forks have cleaned up a bit. I mean, there's still a bit of, as you can see, like a little bit of pitting and stuff on there, but for the most part they've cleaned up really well. Cleaned the handlebars up a bit too. And we painted a few things. So this bracket that I spoke about, the start of the last episode, which was quite a while ago, we painted that all in now. Painted these triple trees, painted the frame, left the engine in, just put a big plastic bag over the engine, and just painted the frame from this gusset here. Just painted this top bit all the way back here, painted the rear end here. I mean, it's got a little scratched and it's a little shit, but you know, we're not professionals, not looking for a professional job. We're just looking for an okay job, make it look a little bit more okay. It looks good from, if you stand back here, bloody hell, looks unreal. It's only when you get up close. So we won't worry about that. Got rid of those horrible flame grips that were on it. Got these old school style like Coke bottle grips. A lot of work went into the wiring. That's basically what's happened off camera, is just the whole bike was rewired. So I'll go through that process. I mean, it wouldn't have been really too fun to watch on video. It's just me basically struggling with wiring for what felt like weeks. So I guess we'll start at the front. So originally this bike came with a different headlight, obviously, and had two indicators on either side of the headlight. They were like up here somewhere. So new headlight, I drilled this hole in the back of the bezel and put this two-way switch in. So that's low beam, high beam. And then we moved the indicators down to here, mounted them off the frame. These holes were actually already here. This is where those big silver pods that were on either side of the frame, they mounted off these points. So they were a perfect position just to mount these indicators on. Let's see if you can focus in there. Made these little steel brackets and then just mounted them straight off those points there on both sides. You can see. So that's where they went. As far as the handlebars, the right controls got deleted altogether. No kill switch now, it's all wired directly to the key. And then the starter button that was originally up here is now down here on the frame. So you press that there to start him. You gotta have to turn the key on, start button, and away she goes. The speedo that was originally here, we've moved that and relocated it to there off this bracket. This bracket actually holds our new tank. So we've got a completely different style of tank going on, and we just figured that'd be the best place to mount the speedo from. It's just got the smallest speedo we could. Another big change with the wiring is we wanted to get rid of the coils and just have some free space up here at the neck. So as you can see, the neck is quite open. Originally it had like the coil pack like mounted here off the bottom of the frame. Actually extended this spark plug wire to make it a bit longer. so that it can run back, and it's mounted under the seat. So the coils are actually under here, and they're no longer at the neck to free that space up, and it just sort of tidies that up a lot. Also, if you're familiar with Viragos, you know there's a vacuum pump that sort of sits here off the side of the tank, and then there is like a whole like reserve switch off the side of the tank here, and a whole bunch of vacuum lines and stuff. So with the new tank, we're actually deleting all the vacuum lines, the whole vacuum pump, whole system, and it's just going to be a direct fuel system, just a petcock there, and that's it. Goes straight from the tank straight into the carby. So very simple, straightforward system. You know, we've just blocked off all the vacuum, rebuilt this carby, cleaned it out. We converted this to a single throttle cable system, so it's just got one throttle cable running up to the handlebar there. Used to have two, we just wanted one to sort of reduce the amount of cable. As you can see, works fine. Springs back great. No choke that used to be up there on the handlebars. The choke's now just down here. Not there. It's just a fishing lure soldered onto a bit of the choke cable. So if we want to choke, pull that out. That gives us our choke. You can see there's all these vacant points here on the carby. You'd think that'd be important, but it's not. It's just a heating system for the carburetor, so you can delete those completely. So I'll show you how all the wiring works. Look at this. Flick it on. Rear tail light. We remember that cat face tail light from the last episode. Brake there. Put that on. It's on. Let him off. On. It's good. Foot brake. Works off that too. We've got light here in the speedo. You can see we've got light coming from the headlight, and we switch it to high beam. Press the button over here for the horn. That works. And indicators. Indicator there. And then we go to the other side. So the indicator working down there. And then center's just off. And this is all like internally wired through the handlebars, runs out here, and then back into the main part of the wiring harness, which all runs through here. These are the struts that I ended up making for the bike. If you remember from the last video, we had those 20mm blue square tubing, and I was just playing around with lengths. So this is how this started. Just literally a solid bit, 32mm mild steel. We cut them, drilled holes in them, kind of shaped them. As you can see, they're shaped, taper in. So I got those on both sides. The rear fender, the side covers, and the new tank are all about to go to paint, because that's basically the last step with the bike, is just paint now, and then it's kind of final tune and ride. That's it. She's done. No point mounting up all the indicators, because the indicators are actually going to be mounted off here. I ended up finding indicators with a long bolt on them, so the actual indicators are going to hold the fender in place. So anyway, that's where the Banana is at. It's been really fun to do. I've enjoyed it a lot. I think the most enjoyable thing for me has been doing it with my younger brother and building it together. I think it's been a really fun process. It looks like an unreal with the tank on it. I love this space up here that's, we cleared a lot of the ugliness from out in the neck. It's just in here, it's just real simple. She ain't the Banana anymore. This yellow is going. We're gonna keep some yellow in there, but it's not gonna be the same bike anymore. And I'm excited to just see it out on the road being used. It's gonna be really cool. I'm really stoked that my brother's gonna be riding it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more and want to see the final reveal with the tank and everything once it's painted up, hit subscribe if you want to. It's free to subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and it means a lot to me, especially like giving thumbs up on the videos, all that sort of stuff. Make sure I'm doing stuff that you guys like to watch, I guess. Till next time, have a fucking good time, you mad lads, and just get out and do anything motorcycle related, because bikes are just freaking too cool, man. I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye. Yeet. Man, and that rusty thing, look how shiny it looks from here. Doesn't look too bad. Pretty clean little bike. You know, for a 23-year-old bike, it's getting a second wind.